Hey guys, what is going on today? Bojo here, and we are back for our NHL 16 and be a GM following the Philadelphia Flyers, as we are going to be going into round number 1 of the Year 5 playoffs today, up against the Tampa Bay Lightning. So we finished off the Year 5 regular season with a record of 47, 28, and 7, which was good enough for the first wild card spot, only because the Metropolitan Division was overpowered again. 5 teams, every team in the Metro, the 5 teams that made it in, us being Columbus, Carolina, Washington, Philly, and the New York Islanders, all finished over 100 points on the year, which is crazy to think about. And obviously, since we got the first wild card spot, we're going to be going up against the Atlantic Division champion, which is the Tampa Bay Lightning. They're going to have home ice advantage in this first series, and we shall be going from there. But going off of last video, I wanted to just see if you guys made any potential line changes. None that I saw right off the back. So I think we're just going to leave the team as we see fit for right now. I think I might want to make some changes to the power play here, because the power play I think was a pretty big struggle for us. I don't know what we can do on the power play. Maybe I can move Rick Nash to the point on the power play just to get it a little bit boosted up there, since I know he has a good shot. Maybe we can move Nathan Knoll down here into the second pair, get some playmaking skills going on that, maybe. I'm not sure. Playmaking there on that. Yeah, the four-man power play is perfectly fine, but maybe we'll just move Rick Nash up there and let it go. A bunch of people are also telling me to change Rick Nash's position and his player type. I'm going to leave it as power forward. He was made a power forward in the game when the roster came out, so I'm just going to leave it. I don't feel like changing anything over or anything like that. So we're going to leave it. We did have a little bit of a losing streak at the end of the beginning of the month, but we did win our last 2 games coming into the playoffs, which is a little bit of hope. But here we go, going up against this Tampa Bay Lightning team who have Steven Stamkos and Jonathan Drouin, who are probably overpowered as hell for this regular season. So let's go take a look at them throughout the regular season. I know there's a way I can view the lines, but I like to do it this way because I can actually go in and take a look at their stats if I so choose. Alright, but let's check out their forwards here for their point totals on the year, and let's see who the Lightning have on their team. Alright, so Steven Stamkos, 107 points, 94 overall. Andre Palat, 92. Jonathan Drouin, 90. Braden Point, 87. So this guy's actually pretty good for them right now. 24 years old, high potential for elite. Nikita Kucherov, 87. Ryan Callahan, 85. Alex Killorn, 83. Valtteri Filppula, 81. He's dropped off a good bit. Carter Ashton, 84. Dennis Yan, 84 overall. Probably a draft pick. Yep, a 3rd round draft pick in 2015. Damn, he's actually grown a pretty good bit. Charles Scarabelli, 82. Tanner Richard, 82. And Matt Reed, 81. So Reeder only played 7 games for the Lightning this year. They must have picked him up for free agency for like a depth type of player, which he is now. But other than Drouin, Stamkos, yeah, they have the powerhouses, obviously. Stamkos, Palat, and Drouin. They have a bunch of rookies definitely coming up. Their veteran players are definitely getting low overall as wise on their offense. Like Callahan, he's starting to drop off. Killorn, Filppula are really starting to drop off. Ashton's kind of staying up there as well. But they got 3 really good rookies in Yan, Scarabelli, Richard, and then Point up here as well, finishing with 54 points. Not too bad for the 24-year-old. As well, obviously, you got a guy like Steven Stamkos putting up 50 goals, 50 assists, 107 points. Yeah, might want to shut that guy down. Defensively, they should be pretty good as well, since I know their rookies probably got a lot better. Victor Hedman, 92. Anthony DeAngelo, 88. Jake Dotchin, 84. Matt Carl, 83. John Merrill, 83, but I believe he might be out with an injury. We'll double check on that. Anton Strawman, 86. And Braden Coburn, 82. So their top 6 is probably these guys, but they might be using Braden Coburn because John Merrill might be out with an injury. We'll double check on him. Plus 30s for Hedman and DeAngelo on the regular season, which is not too bad. Strawman's a minus 20. Wow, he's really negative. That's pretty interesting there. And then goaltending wise, they have they don't have Ben Bishop anymore. Wow. So they got rid of Ben Bishop. They have Andrei Vasilevsky as their starter. and Adam Werner as their backup. So if Vasilevsky goes down, Werner is a 78 overall goaltender going to be put in the cage, but Vasilevsky is their starter now that they did indeed get rid of Ben Bishop, it seems. So an interesting lineup, very interesting. The defense seems like a weak point. I'm going to go check out the injuries in a minute, but let's do our due diligence here to upgrade everything. Let's see, Oscar and Lindbaum. Yep, you're fine. Phantom's going to make the playoffs. I got to make sure I double check the lineups here because I'm going to turn auto-rotate goalies off. Alright, but let's hold a team meeting here. Game 1 of the series tonight, boys, and it doesn't matter who you are, we need to play hard and as a team. Let's go with that. You need to play hard and as a team. Meyer liked it, Provorov didn't like it. Whatever. Pravi, get your stick out of your ass. Some players actually gained morale because of it. Alright, so let us go to settings first. League settings, turn auto-rotate goaltenders off, and then double check our lines in the AHL and the NHL. Edit up the lines. NHL, we should have Steve Mason starting, good at 89. Let me just double check here in the goaltenders. Nope, not Vixton. Anthony Stolar should be in there. Good. And we should be good to go for the AHL squad. Alright, so Stoli switched back in because I know we've lost a couple series in the AHL before because of auto-rotate goalies and the backup was starting when he shouldn't have been. So maybe they might go a little bit deeper in the playoffs, but here we go. Game 1 up against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Do not have home ice advantage against this team. They got 3 really good studs like Stamkos, Palat, and Drouin. Gonna really have to shut down those guys if we want to have a chance to beat this team. But here we go. First period, nothing to nothing, 10 shots to 9. Pretty even first between both teams. Second period, 1-0 Ryan Callahan on Stevie Mason. 22-17 are the shots. Sticking pretty close. But we're going to see, and we do tie it up. Braden Shen from the point on Andrei Vasilevsky ties the game up at 1. And Nathan Noel from a really weird angle puts the Flyers up 2-1. Just threw it on net from the corner. Nathan Noel puts us up 2-1 with about 5 minutes left to go here in the third. Can the Flyers? No, they cannot hold on as Anthony DeAngelo, the Philadelphia native, guy from Philadelphia, ties the game up at 2. And we are going to go to overtime here in game number 1. So the Flyers could not hold on there late as Anthony DeAngelo scored with 5 minutes left. Nathan Noel and Braden Shen connected there to give us 2 goals. But we're going to overtime. 33-28 are the shots. Fairly even game, I would say. Kept the superstars off the board for right now. But Tampa Bay is really pouring on shots here in overtime. Flyers, you really need to pick it up here in the overtime session. Let's see, 9 minutes left to go. Power play in overtime, and Ryan Callahan scores on the power play, and Tampa Bay will win 3-2 in game number 1. Yeah, they really started to outshoot us there in overtime. And somebody took a penalty in overtime. Come on, referee, you can't be doing that. Hooking on Braden Shen. I don't know, ref, can't be calling those in overtime. So Braden Shen from Couturier and Konechny, Nathan Noel from Sanheim, and Ryan White. Stamkos did get 1 point. Palat got a point. Braden Point had 2 points. Callahan had 2 goals. So Ryan Callahan, 2-goal game for Tampa Bay. And they walk away with a 1-0 series lead. It was a close game. I'll give them that. It was fairly close. We stuck with them, which is good. You kept their top guys off the board, which is always nice. But we gotta step it up here, boys. Being down in the playoffs is just a few steps away from being out of the playoffs, but I thought I had a great team who thrived under pressure. Was I wrong? We need to play smart and avoid costly mistakes. I think we can pull out of this. Yeah. Provorov not liking the meetings. Probably not liking the meetings. I don't know what's up with Provorov, but he's not liking these meetings. Alright, but we gotta do our best here to to split this series to go back to Philadelphia here. We gotta make sure that we split this series here. Big game 2 right now. Don't want to go down 0-2 going back home. Want to split the series at the very least. Alright, here we go. First period. 1-0 again. Scarabelli on Steve Mason. 11 shots to 8. So we're out shooting them in the first. Second period. 2-1. I like that. 2 goals from Rick Nash. Nicely done. The trade pickup there definitely paid off in the second period. Outshooting them 25-14. And Rick Nash, 2 goals there in the second period to give us the lead once again. Alright, Rick, let's go. Let's go, Flyers. Come on. Play some good defense here in the third period. Had a lead last time. We might need an insurance marker again. And Valtteri Filppula ties up. Michael Neuwirth is in the net now. I don't know why, but Timo Meier on the 4th line does get one on Vasilevsky from the point. Hopefully Mason did not get hurt in this game. Jonathan Drouin gets one to tie it up at 3 again. Late in the game, 7 minutes left to go, and the Flyers falter under pressure again. And we're going to overtime again in this game. I don't know why Neuwirth is in the game. Mason got pulled or he probably got injured at some point. That's not really what I was looking forward to. Alright. 3-3 going into overtime again. Second game going into overtime. We are out shooting them this time. Come on, Philly. Put shots on that. Power play again. Oh my god, oh, thank god. I was going to say deja vu. 40 shots on net. Vasilevsky's having himself a good game. Come on, Flyers. Keep peppering him with shots. Haven't had a shot in a while. There's one. Richard. Richard gets one on Neuwirth, and Tampa Bay wins game number 2 in overtime again, 4-3. Man. What's going on here, boys? Rick Nash, the first line was the only pair that showed up there. Meyer from Ghost and Kruger on the 3rd goal. But once again, Philly cannot hold that lead there in the 3rd period. 2-1 going into the 3rd, and they blow it. And then had a 3-2 lead again and blew it once again. Alright, let's see. Is Mason injured, or was he just pulled for precautionary reasons? He was just pulled for precautionary reasons. Nuvi couldn't handle himself. Nuvi couldn't handle the pressure. Also, considering we do have Paul Postma as our defense, remember, because Robert Hagg is still hurt. We gotta really try to push it to a game 7 or a round 2 if we want to try to get this up. Alright, it's times like these when we get the measure of a team. What are the papers going to write tomorrow? Yeah. What are the papers going to write tomorrow? Wow, really pissed them off. Really pissed them off in that meeting. That's not looking good. But you know what? We are at home right now. Maybe that's what we need, just a change of scenery. Let's see if the Flyers can get their shit back together, because, you know, the goal scoring seems to be there, but it's just our defense seems to be collapsing a little bit too much. Got to buckle down and hold those leads. First period here, game number 3. Nothing again. 9 shots to 8. Second period, 1-0. Yan gets one on Mace. Oh my god, 20-17, boys. Come on, Flyers, let's go. Third period here, we need some goal scoring. Somebody tie this game up. Seems to be a defensive-minded game now back at home. Oh my god. Can somebody just put one on the board, please? Is anybody gonna score a goal for us in this game? What empty netter. One penalty in the entire game, too. 2-0. 2-0, we get shut out in that game. I'm gonna see if I can piss him off, because I have no idea what to do here. I know what I'm gonna do. Nothing seems to be working right now, so we're going best lines. We're putting the best lines out there for this Flyers team, and we'll see what happens, because nothing seems to be working right now. We blew 2 leads, what we should have had. The series should at least be 2-1 in favor of us. But it's 3-0 right now. We're in trouble of being swept in round number 1. We got a mount a comeback here, boys. First period. 1-0. Scarabelli on Mason. 11 shots to 8. Second period. 1-0 again. 20-0. 21 apiece. 1-0. Flyers team cannot score goals, man. What is wrong with this team? I am literally at a loss for words. I really, even though we didn't have to deal with many injuries in the play, I mean, other than Hag, which honestly was a really big hit because that's an 87 overall defenseman that we're missing. We really got burned in the regular season because of all those injuries. If we didn't get if we didn't have to deal with all those injuries, we would be in a better spot. We would be in a better spot seeding wise and have to play a lesser team. Ugh, that's just so frustrating though. That is just so frustrating getting swept like that. Well, we ended off really quickly. I mean, we scored a total of what, 3? We scored a total of what, 5 goals in 4 games. Like that's not even gonna cut it. Blood had 2 points. Dvorak had 2 points. Rick Nash had 2. Konechny, Meyer, yeah. All the 1 points down there. All these guys with no points. Postma was a -5. That's brutal. Bachman was a -5. Mace had a goals against average of 1.98 in 4 starts. I don't know what happened to him in game number 2 that caused him to get pulled, but Mason has been playing really well in the playoffs, you know, for the past couple of years. I mean, if we have to go look at his playoff stats, like his playoff stats speak for himself. The 3 years that we have gone into the playoffs this year, 2.3, which is not bad, but we played 20 games that year, so it's obviously going to get elevated a little bit. 14 games played in that second last year, 2.0 goals against average, and only 4 games this year, goals against average of 1.9. Not good, boys. Not good at all. Not like getting swept like that. I do not like getting swept like that. And it just makes the Rick Nash trade just like, it makes it kind of useless now. Because we're not going to re-sign him. And there's really no point. So, what I'm going to do here, simulate all the way up here. All the way up to April. Oh, wait a minute. We can watch the Phantoms. I forgot. I think the Phantoms won their matchup there in the first round against Hershey. Did they not? 5 games against Hershey? Yeah, they did. They won their game, so that's always nice to see. Alright, so now they move on to the 7-game series now against Hartford. Let's see how they do. I want to check out the AHL team because I believe I can still hold team meetings. I'll hold the team meeting with the... Not really need to hold team meetings, but view big picture, yeah. Morale guys will get boosted for that. I want to see if the team is actually set up the way I think it's supposed to be, because I don't know if LeBurge is back. I think LeBurge is back from injury, so let me see if I can put him in there. Yeah, let's put LeBurge back in for Gumas. And then Lear is... Watson is fine. McDonough's playing, right? Yeah, he's on the right wing. I don't know why he's on the left side. Lear's in for somebody. I forget who Lear is playing in place of. There was an injury for somebody. Oh no, because Vince Connolly, and we traded him. That's right. Okay, so I think they're fine. Stoley should still be in the net, right? Yeah, Stoley's still in the net, so... Yeah, let's ride with the AHL team. Let's see how they do. I'm just gonna go to the calendar. We'll see how they do. They gotta go up against Hartford now. Let's go 3 games at a time. See how they do against the Hartford Wolfpack. 3-2 win, 5-1 win, and 3-2 overtime win, so... At least Lehigh Valley is putting in a case here. 3-2 win, so they swept the second round. Not bad. Not bad. We knew our team in Lehigh Valley is good offensively, so we knew they would not have any trouble scoring goals. Defensively, they're a lot weaker this year than they have been in the past, but still not too bad. Now they got to go up against the Albany Devils in the Eastern Conference Finals. Lose 4-2, lose 2-1, lose 4-1, and prepare to get... No, not swept. Got 1 win out of it. And there it goes. So they lose in the Eastern Conference Finals to the Albany Devils, who apparently shut us down defensively. Wonder how good their team was defensively. Yeah, they're 11-3 in the playoffs. Albany must be a good team. Alright. Let's finish it up here. Check out the awards. Check out progress reports. All that fun stuff. We'll see we'll see what we have to do this year. So Tampa Bay Lightning won the Stanley Cup. Do I feel bad? Not really, because we got swept out by the team that won the Stanley Cup again. We lose to Buffalo in the Eastern Conference Finals, they win the Stanley Cup. We lose to Tampa Bay in round 1, they win the Stanley Cup. We're just coming in we have just not had the good end of the matchups is what we've not had. We've not been matched up with the good teams. We're getting matched up with the teams that just seem to win the cup, which really sucks. All right, so let's take a look at the playoff tree. It was Tampa Bay versus Dallas in the Stanley Cup. Eastern Conference Finals, it was Tampa versus Carolina. Toronto won there. Let's see, how did Dallas get there? They won. They beat St. Louis, Winnipeg, and Edmonton. Yeah, nobody really seemed to like dominate in the playoffs this year other than Tampa Bay and us in the first round. All first round games went to either 6 or 7 games, and they dealt with us like no problem. They went to 6 against Tampa Bay. We couldn't even beat them. That's pretty sad. All the other teams actually had beaten Tampa once, at least once. We didn't even beat them at all. That's pretty sad. But Tampa Bay Lightning are your Stanley Cup champions here in year number 5. Presidents goes to St. Louis Blues, Dallas, and then Tampa for team awards there. Art Ross, Steven Stamkos, Hart Memorial, Steven Stamkos, James Norris, Hayden Fleury, Lady Bing, Steven Stamkos, Calder Memorial, Jake DeBrusk, Conn Smythe, Andrei Vasilevsky, Vezina, Sergei Bobrovsky, William N. Jennings, Sergei Bobrovsky, Bill Masterton, Brandon Dillon, Jonathan Taves wins the Frank J. Selke, Ted Lindsay, Steven Stamkos, Maurice Richard, Steven Stamkos. Stammer just had an absolutely crazy year that he took home almost like every major like point award. I don't think there was nothing stopping Steven Stamkos this year from getting himself that Stanley Cup, which he got. Stammer got that cup. All right, Calder Cup went to the San Jose Barracuda here. Hopefully turbo mode stops. All right, so the Fams win anything here. Yeah, we won the Emile Francis Trophy, so we got the Atlantic Division champion for the 4th year in a row, which is nice to see that our AHL team is winning the division every year. That's always good. Hershey, yep, Albany, yep, so it was Albany versus San Jose Barracuda, and San Jose's team won. We'll just check out player awards here. Tyler Benson won that award back-to-back. Was that most points? Koznahov, Marcus Crawford, Callum Booth, Talbot, Benson, Kreslok, Callum Booth. All right, so no awards there for any of our players. Okay, well, now that that's done, we're not going to sip to the draft as of right yet. We're going to go to progress reports and see how well our team did this year. Progress reports wise, see how the overalls ended up. We definitely need to check up on Earl Grantham, see how that guy progressed, and all that fun jazz. Alright, so let's go to centers here. Let's see, so Couturier got 1 stat modified up to an 85. Is he getting worse? No, he's still getting better. Poise went up, that's about it. Drew and Kruger, nothing too much. Lear, Schenner, Simmons, no, nothing on those guys. Right wingers, Albie Kubel, Rick Nash, he's probably gotten worse. Yep, his passing, but like I said, we're not going to re-sign him. Defensively, nobody got any better stats there. Moran dropped back down to an 84, so he actually lost some statistical growth. Got better natural growth on poise. Yeah, Moran lost a lot of stats this year. Damn. A lot of statistical growth lost for Sam Moran. Really interesting. Because he was on top 6, I guess, and he was losing points. Sanheim probably got better. Yeah, Sanheim got better natural growth, but interesting to see Moran lose statistical growth already. It's pretty interesting. Seidenberg obviously got that because of age. And goaltenders, Mason Neuwirth. Alright, in the system, let's check out these players now. In the system, let's check them out. Alright, centers. Cornell got a little bit better. Generous is up to an 80, which is nice to see. I don't know why Marc Oliveira popped up there. But Murray Generous, he'll get signed this year. He'll probably play in the AHL most likely. Maybe he'll make the NHL team. I don't know. We'll have to see how good of a boost he gets. LeBurge got 8. Livingston, Magali, Nathan Knowles up to an 87 now. So he got 18 stats modified throughout this year to move up to an 87. He is a second line forward right now. So he'll probably get time on the second line next year as an 87. I can't see why not. as our defensive playmaker. Marc Olivier was up to 190. Left wingers, Konechny stayed at 83, did get 5 stats modified though, nonetheless. Don't know why it keeps doing that. Yeah, so Konechny, yeah, he got some stats modified, which is always good. Koznahov, yep. LaBarbera, Limbaum, didn't get anything. Reed McDonough got better up to an 81, which is not bad. Edgar O'Sullivan, only 3 stats modified for him. Interesting. Right wingers, Julien Gauthier up to a 83. Why does it always do that? I don't know why it does that. It's so weird. Yeah, he got statistical growth. Hold on, let me do this. It says no stats modified, but he got up to an 83, which is weird. Whatever. Earl Grantham up to that 86, so he didn't get any better, but look at his stats though. Puck moving skills, upper 80s. Offensive awareness 89. Shooting category upper 80s. Defensively, not too great defensively. He's got good defensive awareness. Skating's good. Physical, it's okay, but he should be able to play this year without any question. Moss is good. Timo Meier 84. He got 12 stats modified this year. Yamamoto and then Zubov. Defense, any defense got better. Bachman, obviously 17 stats up to an 82. Budens, Davis, Gugliev and Halishchuk looking pretty good. Harold Martins, yep. Provy got 1 stat modified, got better. Natural growth, yep. And goaltenders, McBride, Vixton, Stoley still staying around there. Alright, so Earl Grantham didn't get that big boost that I wanted him to get. Still at 86, which is not bad. But we can now go look at our contract situation here and see what this team is going to be looking for. Alright, goaltending wise. Mason Neuwirth need to be re-signed. Mason and Neuwirth need to be re-signed this year. I guess we re-sign Mesa because honestly, I do not have a problem how Mason's been playing in goaltending. I do not have a problem the way Mace has been playing. I don't. So I think we resign him. Nuvi, I guess so as well, because I really don't have other choice at this point, other than to maybe trade for some. But look at our defense here. I don't know if it's because of the morale or not, but our defense is starting to trail off a little bit now. These prospects are really starting to lose their kind of pizzazz in a sense. Ghost is down to an 85 again. Robert Hagg dropped all the way down to an 85, but that's probably because his morale. He was injured, so obviously he's gonna lose morale for it because he's injured. But I know he's at 87. Moran down to an 84. It's really odd that he lost growth like that. Sandheim still at 84, which is not bad. And then in the system, Bachman should be good. He needs to be signed. All these players down here should be good. Provy 89. Yeah, he should be good. Provorov needs to be signed. So we're gonna need a lot of money this year, which is why we're going to have to drop some players off and let some players go. McBride, I think we can maybe re-sign and sign him on with Vixton. I'll have to see about that for in the system, guys. But other than that, it's just Goglev and Halishchuk right there for our defensive prospects. Alright, right wingers, once again, just taking a look at these guys who needs to be signed. All these prospects need to be signed. Rick Nash, I guess we're going to let go because I don't need him. I don't need him. He was the rental player. Didn't work out. Let him go. Talbot might retire. Well, he didn't retire yet, so let him go, I guess. Toffoli. Yeah, that cap hit's gonna be annoying. Voracek's White's re-signed again. Jeff Pilav's we let go. Or yeah, Jeff Pilav's might be able to be let go there, even though he's pretty happy. Not really turning out too well. Just let those prospects go. Lear goes, obviously. Shen needs to be re-signed. That's a decision I might have to make. Maybe I let Braden Shen go. Might have to just let a lot of guys go for nothing this year. Left wingers in the system. Konechny, like I said, he's not happy. A lot of players are not happy with this Flyers team right now, and rightfully so. Nobody deserves to get swept out in the first round like that. Beagle, Couturier, Giroux, Kruger. Kruger's really unhappy. Maybe he gets let go then. Find some new fourth line guys. Cornell's generous. Yeah, maybe he gets brought on. Magoli, Noel, Wah. Yeah. Wait a minute, is there any players I was missing forward-wise? Hold on. Why do I feel like I was missing somebody? Vorchik, Simmons, Turish, and Foley. It's Konechny, Noel, and somebody. Konechny, Noel, Meyer. Meyer was up there, 84. That's right. Meyer needs to be signed. All these restricted free agents are gonna definitely be bringing up a lot of cash. So how much money do we have coming in the next year? 36 mil. I think we should have enough. Noel, Provorov are going to be asking for a lot of money, but we're going to be dropping off a lot of players. I think it's going to be another year where we just drop off guys and have to sacrifice the unrestricted free agents and just let the rookies come in here. But that'll do it, guys. Thank you for watching. That's a pretty shitty way to end the playoffs, man. 5 years so far with this Flyers team, and they've only made it to the Eastern Conference Finals once. I've not made the Stanley Cup Finals once because once it comes down to playoff time, this team cannot seem to get anything rolling. They need to get something rolling in order for them to become successful. And you know what? We might have a chance next year because these younger players are really going to have to start, are really hopefully going to get better. Like Noel, Konechny, Meyer, Grantham's going to be joining the team this year without any question. We're going to get rid of some older, kind of 20-year-old players, getting some new blood. Team's going to get younger. I think they're going to get better offensively because that's the one thing this Flyers team just struggles on the most is the 5-on-5 scoring, it seems. They can get that going. We can get our power play going. We still hopefully should be a good team defensively. We should hopefully have some good things in store for us in the future. I just want to have this Flyers team have a massive season where we get back to that President's Trophy status and then absolutely just wreck shop in the playoffs. So hopefully that comes to that next year, but you guys saw the team. What do you think decisions should be made? I'm probably just going to go into the draft my team up and draft some players, go into free agency, and just start to clean up the team a good bit. Get rid of some of the older guys, bring in the new guys, and let the young guys just start to tear up our offense. So thanks for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe as always. See you guys next time.